Hello, good day everyone. Let's start with my proposal for this young people library. So I'll call this library as the never-ending story, as this is a fantasy land crafted for typing's youth. I'll start off with our concept. So having our site at typing is just strategic because of the varieties of natural elements inside typing, and it's just perfect for self-discovery activity. And having these significant numbers of young adults supports my concept for this library. So this is a concept diagram showing the different elements inside the library. It also signifies the variety of learning experience the children will go through, and there will be a lot of exploration and adventure going on. I would say that children they are like coming into a fantasy land and crafting their very own fairy tale story through self-discovery without any limits in their exposure. So continue with urban fabric analysis. This is our site with some important site context, the current vehicular access, pedestrian access, viewports that I would like to capture, wind direction, and also the sun path casting shadow at this particular plot of land. So I've dedicated the shaded area for young adult zone and some formal zones, and also this sunlight exposure area for children and outdoor activities. I also decided there will be two entrances. One is for vehicular and the other one just mainly for pedestrian. So some possible interventions, and also this library will be a new urban node for whole typing. Let's continue with form transformation. I started off with children's zone, where you can see there are a lot of levelings to enhance the playfulness. Then I carved it into the basement for more exploration. Then the formal spaces are being set off to the side to prevent distraction from the activities. One connection down to the basement, where urban farm and coming zone will be located. On top of it sits this young adult zone with study and discussion pod, ramp connecting all of the spaces, and some simple barriers and entrance and main gates. Covered up the spaces. And yeah, this is a completed zoning with this one urban intervention that I would like to propose just right beside our site. It's currently an empty lot. So I'll continue explaining about the spaces and programs using rendered perspective and 3D. So this is one overview. Just notice how green the whole design and how playful the whole design is. So I'll start off with the children coming into the site. They'll have to go through these obstacle levels where it indicates the first challenge to begin the journey, and then they'll be welcomed by these two main warrior gates, which also signifies the start of a never-ending story. So once you enter the site, just at the left-hand side, they will be dedicated for children's zone. There are a lot of exploration decks, there are a lot of leveling, so children can wander around to discover themselves. So this is one perspective from one corner of the site. So there'll be a lot of hidden gems in between the levels. They are actually just books and bookshelves, so children can discover knowledges while wandering all around the levels. So once they have decided, they can just grab a book and have their personal time at these personal pods. On top of all the levels, there will be rooftop gardens proposed, so it's just perfect for children to have some outdoor activities. Then at the highest level, there is this one slide going down where children can leave the site as a better self. So here are some details of the rooftop garden, the green screen having creepers all around it and creepers all around the staircases. One section details of the green roof, and this is one transformation bridge connecting the children area to the young adults area. So for the young adults area, I call it the woods because it's close to the current vegetation, and also the whole site is very green and being covered up of a lot of greeneries. So there will be two levels of bookshelf and study pod sits on top of it. So in between the bookshelf, there will be archive sitting in between the pillars, and I would like to propose a conveyor system for the archive to ease the reach of the people. This is one view of the checkout counter, views through the study and discussion pod, suitable for personal reading and group discussion. The design of the study pod, just note that how semi-open it is for ventilation and natural sunlight. At the corner, it will be this control center where there will be offices, library room, pantry, and also surrounds and toilets. There will be a lot of balconies in between the levels, so the staff can have some break time, while the public can also access to it to have some interaction. Then there's this one ramp connecting all of the spaces. I call it Dream Fly High because children will be wandering around the ramp and letting their dream fly. So this is one ramp looking at the children area. Just note that how detailed the balustrade is designed. Also, along the ramp, there will be this flat point. I dedicated it for gardens on the ramp so people can have a short break to enjoy the scenery, to enjoy the views of typing. Then it will be supported by this column cutting it through. It's actually a rainwater harvesting system with semi-permeable surfaces on top of it so rainwater can pass it through. So at this balustrade design, this is actually a draped balustrade fabricated using aerospace windscreen technology. And this piece, it will be held by these vertical elements, then covered up by the other two, so the bolts and nuts won't be seen at all. Then only the handrail will be attached to it. So another view, there's this place where I call it a break zone, so children can have some relaxation activities after all the studies, and also it's it's a site for urban farming activities. Then this is an interim zone looking at the young adult zone. So it's located just right beside the pond. So at the pond, there are a lot of stepping stones. So all of these stepping stones allow children to have a little fun while dipping their feet into it. And these stepping stones are also used for drainage for the pond water. So just right beneath it, it's a very interesting space. I located it for amphitheater. So it signifies that once you have go through all the process, now it's your turn to shine. It's your turn to share your knowledges. So if you go through the amphitheater and rainwater harvesting system, this is how two filter system works, where they speak to each other. Then this is one details of how the glass is being held to hold the pond water. So this operation center just sits right beside the amphitheater. It's actually an e-zone where children can learn a lot of knowledges through e-devices. Then going on to the urban intervention sites, all of these pillars, all of these structures, they are also used for rainwater harvesting. So as Taiping is a rainy town, so rainwater can be really enhanced in this proposal. Looking at this view, I call it an urban intervention park where children can have some little games, some hide and seek activities all around this area. Some explored view and also some services that I've studied and some floor plans. I run through this very quickly because most of the spaces, they are being explained through 3Ds and perspective just now. Here's some elevations, another two elevations. So this one section XX cutting through the green roof and also the urban farming area and amphitheater. Precision studies at China, showing how playful the design dedicated for children. So all in all, I would say that this is a place where children come to find themselves of where they would like themselves to stand in the future. So there will be no limits at all in the learning materials, in the environments, and also way of perceiving knowledges. So I would say children will have a lot of fun, will have a lot of skills being developed, and a lot of imaginations going on when they step into this fairy tale library. So before I end my presentation, let's sit back and enjoy this 1 minute of the never-ending story video walkthrough.